Good morning and hello to everybody and welcome to GCLC. My name is Sabir and I live in London and I'm a legal consultant based in London in a firm called Expert Solicitor, which is a solicitor firm and a law firm in this country. I would like to interact with you all who is going to apply for your student visa from anywhere outside this country. Uh, as you know, the September semester is approaching, and a lot of you are going to apply for student visa. And for many reason, your student visa get refused for some kind of mistakes that you actually make in your application. Even though you satisfy all the points, for example, you are getting the appropriate point for your student visa for United Kingdom, but your visa could be still refused for various reasons. So, as you probably know, what I would like to tell you is to give you some kind of information about your visa refusal. So, what's going to happen is that you actually take the precautions and before you make your application, and you can prepare yourself. So that this is the reason I would like to interact with you all the time. This video is not for only Bangladeshi students. The video is for anybody who is watching from around the world, anybody from Middle East, Dubai, mainly from Kuwait or anywhere around the world. So I would like to give you some kind of information that you take it with you, and then you actually prepare yourself before you make an application. So as you already know, a lot of students get refused. They actually get the refusal for visa application for their visa application under immigration rules 245 ZVK. This is a very serious thing. Again, before I go into that, I have to give you a disclaimer is that this is just like a basic advice for immigration related advice for the student visa. If you need further clarification, you can check into the government website, and also you can contact with our solicitor firm, or you can contact with your own solicitor firm based in this country and also immigration experts. So I would like to give you some basic information that you can take with you and you can prepare so that your visa application are not going to get refused. So as you know, section 2 immigration rules 245 ZVK actually mention that anti-clearance officer must be satisfied that applicant is a genuine student. So the summary for this is for this section. Now, obviously, a lot of people probably wouldn't understand the legal thing, but this is very, very specific sentence that you will definitely find about it. That is very easy to understand. It says the anti-clearance officer has to be satisfied that you are a genuine student. So I'll just give you some kind of update or kind of brief regarding this. And also I would like to share some of the refuse application with you so that you understand why the application was refused. One of the cases I would like to share with you today, I would like to share many cases that I always read and I always see directly, and I always speak with the clients. So I would like to share with their information. Obviously, I'm not going to mention any names because of the data protection, but I would like to just share why people's application get refused on continuous basis. So I read another case today where I found that application was refused for a student visa, and obviously he did administrative review that I will gonna touch up onto that in a later stage. Obviously not today. So his application was refused is because only he couldn't provide the sufficient information to the anti-clearance officer. Is that when anti-clearance officer asked the applicant where the fund come from, the applicant literally mentions come from my father. So he didn't have any information about the source of the money, where the money come from. So if you would have the information in hand, for example, if you would probably can mention the fund come from the father's business or the fund come from a different source, he actually didn't have the income source handy. Therefore, applicant, the anti-clearance officer wasn't satisfied. He asked what you are going to do after finishing your course. Obviously, most of the applicant basically said, hey, I'm going to return back to my country. But the problem is, when you say you return back to your country, they ask again, what is your expected salary? Say for example, you are probably going to get roughly about 500-600 pound or even more, depending which country you are going to. If you cannot satisfy that this course is going to be very much important for your lifetime, and then you are going to earn good money after doing this course, then obviously it doesn't actually show that you have the genuine intention to do this course, because obviously you're not going to get enough money. So why you're gonna go and do this course? So you have to actually make the person satisfied that you are going to do this courses, because obviously it's going to give you better living or better earning in future. And also on the same refusal letter, they also mention that the applicant wasn't able to give a clear indication why he chose the particular university. So he didn't have any kind of good answer why he chose that particular university. He has understanding with the course, but he didn't have any kind of particular answer for the university. So I would like to suggest everybody is that before you go to the embassy, in order to basically prove the genuineness of your studentship, for example, to satisfy 245ZV rules, you definitely have to show that you are a genuine student. So before you go there, before you go to the embassy, you have to make sure that you satisfy all the requirements. You understand your course, you understand your finance, you understand your university, you understand your location, you understand the cost of living. Even though anti-clearance officer, I found many cases, I've read many cases where I found that anti-clearance officer ask where you're going to go and stay and how much is going to cost for you to live there. Again, the student probably didn't have the correct answer for that. He didn't have any clue where he is going to go and stay and how much money is going to cost for himself. So, I mean, as you know, a lot of people actually come into this country, come into UK for higher education. But I would like to emphasize, and I would like to request every international students coming from anywhere around the world, that you have to, before you come here, you have to check where you're going to go, how much it's going to cost to live in this country, and what you expect basically to come here. When anti-clearance officer asks, tell me about your accommodation, how much it's going to cost, and what do you think the expenses in UK? But obviously he or she doesn't have actually proper answer. In that case, anti-clearance officer just said, you know what, I'm not satisfied your answer, and then they basically reject the visa application straight away. So as you all know, I mentioned yesterday, the visa application, the refusal of visa application is very much frustrating, and obviously if you get refused once, you wouldn't have enough time to prepare yourself once again and to submit your application. So before you go to the embassy, just prepare yourself. Before you submit your documentation to the VFS, please prepare yourself, get ready, and basically make sure your finance is up to date. You know everything about your finance, you know where the money come from, and also you know everything about your course. You should have a career aspiration for yourself, and you should know that after completing your course, what you are gonna achieve, what you're going to achieve basically in monetary way, like income way, what you're going to achieve from there, and what is your career goal is going to be. If you have that kind of things very clear, if you have those information handy before you go there and you face the interview, you should be fine. And all the best to you. From now on, I will regularly give you some updates, and I will basically read cases. Whenever I read some kind of cases, I will try my best to give you some kind of update about those cases, so that you understand what to expect from the caseworker, and then your visa application are not going to get rejected by taking some kind of small precaution before you go to the embassy. Thank you very much for watching, guys. All the best to you. Thanks.